FORA.tv. The world is thinking.
I mean, this is the time to be putting pressure on both of the candidates of what their positions are, to clarify them better. For Barack Obama, as you're intimating, I mean, he's the one of the two candidates that has said the military needs to be increased by, and I think it was 95,000 was what he was calling for, an increase. My comments to his campaign has been, let's reduce the number of military operations, not increase the number of military that we have going into them. I mean, Barack Obama is not a peace candidate. John McCain is not a peace candidate. We don't have a peace candidate. We do have Barack Obama who has said, well, if you elect me, I will get us out of Iraq, and I'll do it by, I'll take one combat brigade out per month, but he doesn't say when he'll start it. He doesn't say what's going to happen to those 14 mega bases, those 14 American cities that we have in there, and he doesn't talk one bit about what about the, well, we have 140,000 military troops in Iraq right now, and we have 180,000 U.S. contractors. We have more private citizens, not all of them American, some of them are third country nationals because we can pay them less as contractors. A lot Nepalese, Malaysians, Filipinos, you know, a lot of people we pay a lot less. But there are 180,000 civilians that are in there under U.S. government contracts. Barack Obama doesn't say anything about those. What's going to happen with them? What about the 75,000 private security personnel, Blackwater, DynCorp? What about those? His comments on Afghanistan have been very aggressive, and we certainly know, you know, John McCain, will be in Iraq. At least he's not saying 100 years anymore, but you know, he's been saying we'll be there for at least another 5 years. And the security agreement, that the status of forces agreement that the Bush administration is trying to get signed before the changes in administration, calls for U.S. forces to be there at least until 2011. So that's 3 more years. And if asked by the Iraqi government, they would stay longer. So we don't really have, I mean, for me, as a person that thinks the war in Iraq needs to end, and it needs to end now, I mean, it does matter which one of those candidates wins. I mean, there are a lot of things at stake, and I don't think John McCain is anybody that I want to be leading our country on a variety of issues. But if Barack Obama is elected, I mean, I'm going to be right out there with the same vigor that I would have been if it had been John McCain elected on the day of inauguration. I'm going to be there with my sign saying, "End this war in Iraq, stop torture, close Guantanamo, repeal the Patriot Act, repeal the No Child Left Behind, dump eavesdropping." I mean, the list is so long, and the pressures that are going to be on whoever gets elected to keep the status quo are going to be tremendous. You add into it, you know, the financial meltdown that we've had, and the big pressures that are on by the big corporations of the country to pump money back into this economy. Let those people that have, you know, been in charge of the economic destruction, you know, don't make them pay a bill for this. Let them stay in their big multi-billion-dollar, million-dollar houses. Nobody should be going to jail for it. Who cares if Goldman Sachs, now Secretary of the Treasury, head of Goldman Sachs, if he appoints a Goldman Sachs person to administer the, you know, the bailout, 38 years old. I mean, don't worry about this. Don't put any pressure on this. So, I mean, whoever it is that, I mean, we have to start it after the election. I mean, that period of time, that 3 months between the election and the inauguration, are critical. The first 100 days after the inauguration, I mean, that's the 100 days before the inauguration is when all of the plans and policies will be cooked up by whoever gets elected, and then the first 100 days after the inauguration. I mean, we've got a lot of work to do in the next 200 days.